Hello, you good people of the universe. Today's video, we are going to talk about not only becoming the main character, the producer, director, writer of your own life. You know, I just want to inspire people to take control of your own life and stop believing in what other people tell you either about you or what you have to do. This video is coming from you in New York City. I live in London. I lived in Berlin for a couple years before that. I lived in Bali for a while. And you know, I've carved out a career in music all on my own without any contacts. And I just want to inspire people to take control of your life and do what you want, because people are going to think you're weird. People are going to not understand what you do, but the thing is that those people don't matter, because judgers, haters, all that kind of vibe is from usually an insecurity or something that someone is struggling with. So I wanted to make this little video to just let you know that whatever you want, you can achieve, and it will take time and you will have to put in the energy, but you can become the main character. You become the producer, the director, the writer. You are the captain of your own ship for your destiny, right? I also believe on a spiritual level, we all have fate. What our purpose is, but we have to step towards it, and there's a chance that it'll pass us by if we don't take those steps of growth, of humility, of grace. If we don't, you know, put in that work on ourselves, then we might never get to where our soul is meant to be. So I want to help you get to where your soul is meant to be. You know, yesterday was my birthday. We're here in New York City, and I've just been enjoying this beautiful weather, and I've been thinking a lot about what I want to accomplish this year, because, you know, life is never really as we plan, right? We have goals, we have dreams, we work towards things, and sometimes we get what we want and sometimes things fall short. Or we get things that take us a different path, and then we have to figure out that new path. Because I think a lot of us struggle with, you know, when life takes a left and we want to go right, we struggle with that flow. We struggle with just going with what is presented to us. We want to fight. We want to, you know, hold on and control. And sometimes, a lot of times, things are outside of our control. I do believe that if you work from your heart space, from your soul, you can get to have everything you want. It just probably won't look exactly the way your ego or your mind thinks of it now. It'll look different, and that's okay. But you can have what you want, but maybe not today. You know what I mean? So I just want to ask you, what can you do today that gets you to become that main character, to get you to write your own script, you know? Whether you're in pursuit of feeling sexy and confident in your body and going to the gym, you know, that's one of those things where, like, you don't have the control over the whole thing, but what you can do is you can go to the gym today. And that's a start. You know, if you have big dreams, let's say you want to write a book, you can write 10 pages today. Write the introduction, right? You have to take the small steps. When I left for Berlin 3 years ago, it was because I felt like my music was finally at like a more professional level. For a lot of years, people were like, what the hell is he doing? It's so weird. And like, it was weird, and like, it wasn't good, because I was learning how to make music. You know, I grew up playing violin. I've been writing poetry since I was 7, but I learned everything about production, about electronic music production. And in the beginning, I didn't even know how to use a DAW, you know, like Logic or Ableton. I didn't know any of that stuff. So when I was learning it, I was super excited. So I was putting out everything that I was making. But it was weird because, and people couldn't get the whole vision. But I had a vision back then of more or less what's happening in my life right now. And I'm not where I want to be, and I don't know if I'm ever going to be where I want to be, you know, because it's always our egos kind of little tricks of like keeping us ahead. But I do, for the most part, feel happy and confident with where I am. And that allows me to share from my heart, share from my soul, and know that at least I'm having a positive effect on people at the end of the day. So anyone who wants to say anything else, go ahead. Because I have the emotional intelligence to know what hard work is, to chase your dreams. You know, you're not gonna learn your strength if you don't step into your power, if you don't face adversity in life and get no, slam door in your face, you're never going to know what it is to feel strong, to feel resilient, to feel determined. So just remember that you are learning in every single moment, but you can take the steps today, right now, to get to your long-term goals, because getting to that long-term goal is tiny step by tiny step by tiny step. And then all of a sudden, 10 years later, 2 years later, 1 year later, you're an overnight success story. And people are like, where'd that come from? And you're like, I've been doing this for my whole life. To just remember that. Like, I want to inspire you to make that one choice, to become that star of your own show, to become the producer, the director. Everything is up to you. And you know, I remember, like, if I cared so much about what people were saying, or like, I even lost friendships along the way of like getting into my artistic craft because people just couldn't get behind it and support it, maybe thought it was weird or whatever their reasoning. And so they fell off. You learn though who the real ones are. And you learn that the most